Hey 2D Foundations, Fen here. So this is the video to show you how to make a full page grid if you've got a ruler, which is different than the video that I just recorded, which is how to make a full page grid if you've got a bill. It doesn't have to be a $20 bill, but a single dollar bill will work just fine. So if you don't have a ruler, or if for whatever reason you wouldn't have a ruler at some point, just know you can use one of these to make your grid. But let's go through and figure out how to do this with a ruler, which is very similar to what you've done before. The edge of your ruler might not be the edge of your measurement. So figure out where the edge of your measurement is and make sure that you line the edge of your measurement up with the edge of your paper. And you're going to start marking your paper every inch. So these marks are small and they are very difficult to see unless you zoom in. All right, do you see how small I made that mark? And then I'm going to make a mark at 2 inches, and then a mark at 3 inches, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. This is a little tricky because of the spiral. And show you how to connect these lines. Super simple. You're just going to line up your mark on the right with your mark on the left. Or in the video, it looks like top and bottom. And you're going to make a super light line. So that line is easy to erase, nice and light. Let me show you what the opposite looks like. This is what I see a lot on papers. That is too dark. If your line is that dark, you are going to have a hard time erasing it and making it go away in your drawing. So even when I'm erasing it, you can still see the shadow of the line, which will show up in your colored pencil work. So make sure that all of your lines are super light. So I'm just going to go through and connect the rest of these lines. Okay, next step is to connect the top with the bottom. So I'm going to start drawing some lines this way. And there's 2 ways that I can do this. I can line my ruler up with the spiral, or I can line my ruler up with the edge of the paper. I'm going to line my ruler up with the spiral here. So the spiral is the start. And then I am going to make a nice light mark every inch across. And then here at the very edge, I've got a 1/4 inch box because I lined my ruler up with the spiral, so it cuts off part of my paper. So my last box is a 1/4 inch instead of being a 1/2 inch. So now I'll make a mark every inch across the other short side. Okay, so now that I have a mark every inch, I'll connect those lines. So I know I have this line here in the spiral, and that's this line here, and I'm just going to mark it there at the edge. And then my last one is this 1/4 inch space. Oh. All right, so I have one crooked line, and I would have to fix that, but that's not that bad. Now my next step is to label these. So just like we talked about before, labeling your boxes makes it easier for you to follow along. So you're going to start with your letters A, B, C, D, E, and then your last like half box is always the one that is F. And then when you're doing your numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that last half box is your box 9. All right, 2D Foundations, you made it through gridding your paper. So now your next step is going to be drawing your artwork. So that'll be in another tutorial video on little steps to remember and tricks to utilize while you're drawing. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be the next thing.